No, as long as they're in the room, that's when they're getting paid. So I think you need to.
Hold on. How do we do this?
That's it.
We're trying. Hi. One person. There's one person here, and that's fine. You know what? Again, it says 40-year-old boy, say something. As if you didn't know what to do on a live feed. What if you started a live feed and you didn't have anything to say? You just stared straight ahead and had nothing to bring to the public. There's two people here. All right. Alan Conan is here. Yo, Alan Conan. Thank you for showing up. That's Dave. And I do a lot of this. It's going to be a lot of like Dave is peering through my hand. You know what, Dave? It's going to be like if you're in a horror movie, but with my hand. So you don't want to see the scary parts, and you have to kind of just look through your fingers there. There you go. That's how. Oh, you clinging on the top. You know who just showed up?
Who?
Matthew Henshaw. It's about time Matthew Henshaw showed up. You know, I did the whole thing last night. I thought to myself, why isn't Matthew Henshaw here? And that was really weird, Matthew, because Jenny was here the whole time. That was crazy. Jenny's Matt's wife. I met her in Cincinnati this week. We have 6 people watching. We have 3 people liking. So again, 6 and 3, 7 people watching. We've now got a full. I would call that a full house if you only had a house that fit 7 people. That seems weird, right? It's fun. You know what? Colette Lindemann has showed up, ladies and gentlemen. Hero of the Spartan Sprint in Cincinnati, Colette Lindemann has just showed up. The person who is the subject of this week's podcast, as a matter of fact, because the whole show's about her. I just talk about her and her blondish pink hair and her giant SUV and her surly attitude. But she just wrote a message and it says, she swore. So I have to decide whether to show you. So I'm going to show you right now what Colette Lindemann said.
You can't swear.
She said, "Hi, Chuckle Fucks." That's what she just said. So there, I just unleashed the Chuckle Fucks. That's what I did. Oh my God, there's the name of the show. Unleash the Chuckle Fucks. So we can't name this. That's David right there.
Hi.
David is now. Last night we did one of these things, and we went on at 12:20 in the morning. Hold on, Leanna Dixon. Hi, Leanna. How you doing? Dan Prebenda, bowling genius. Dan Prebenda is one of the, he'll post something about bowling, and then 2 in the morning he'll write me a note and he'll be like, "Hey, Mike, you up?" Look, I got nothing for you to talk about strikes and spares, Dan. But he and I one time had a long, nice conversation, like 4 hours one night.
About bowling?
No, it turned into other things about his life, about Dan, about me, about you. We talked about you mainly. We talked about Mex mainly. Yeah, that's right. Alan Conan says, "You said there would be no impromptu sets while I was in town. Why am I not in the audience?" Alan, again, this really isn't
my house and I don't know you.
There you go. That's it. There's the answer right there. I can't say it any better than the man himself just said it.
Sorry.
Let's do this. We got 10 people and 3 likes. Again, which always cracks me up when you've got like more people than likes, because it means some people are in here like, nah, you know what? I'm not giving it up. I don't think I fucking like this too much just yet.
More likes than people. That means somebody liked it.
Then that would be grandiose. Yeah, someone just buzzed in with a like room.
I'm leaving.
We're liking and we're bailing, which is fantastic. We now have 15 people. 15 people are here. Holy God. Hi, 15 people. Thank you for coming in.
Spotlight on.
Because yesterday people were talking about the funky lighting because it was it was 12. How's that work? Does that look better? Am I coming through by looking a little bit better? Whoa, hold on. Matt Henshaw just gave $2.
You can money.
Yeah, that's right. That was was that for the light, Matthew? Because we can go ahead and turn the light on and off. We'll just do it over.
Turn it off again.
Every time you turn it on and off. Hold on. Now it's off. So if anybody wants to go ahead and pay to turn it back on, we're holding the light ransom. If anyone wants to go ahead and cough up some dough. Anyway, you're very nice, Matthew. Thank you for thinking of us. What the? Matthew, Jenny's here and she just turned the light on. Canadian random person number 1. My son just showed me how to find live chat. Teens are good for something. And now that you literally wrote the phrase "teens are good for something" on YouTube, you're on a government watch list. Congratulations. That's fantastic. All right, hold on. Casey Bill says, "I can't like on the TV." Oh, you're watching me. I'm on your TV, Casey. And Louis Vacuna is here, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Mike and Mike. Mike and Mex. He says Mike and Mex. My eyes are bad. Dan has no exciting bowling updates for us.
Dang it.
You should, if you literally would have just typed "hit a 7-10 split tonight, motherfuckers," I would have been like, "Dude, you're the king of bowling," because that's all I know. 7-10 split. That and popcorn and
fries.
And fries and other people's shoes. I'm going to ask you a question, Dan Prebenda. We're going to make this an interview of you just for really quick. Do you rent shoes or do you own your own shoes? That's going to show me how much of a serious bowling guy you are. Canadian random person number. Oh, it's Tanya. Dude, Tanya Shabali is here. And if I could show you Tanya, I just today, as I wrote you on Facebook, but Tanya was in Cincinnati. She came from Kitchener, Ontario, all the way down to Cincinnati to catch the show. And she came there. She was with her husband, Mike, who's fantastic. And then we have a photo that she took of us, and she sent it to me. And I just downloaded it to my computer. I'm looking at it right now. It's right there in the old desktop.
Where?
Here. Hey, I'm going to open it so Max can see who you are. That's Tanya.
Oh,
yeah. And I will tell you, I like Mike. He's fantastic. Took the blurriest photo ever taken by an iPhone. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Are you going to do it? You going to make the blur out of it? KC Bills now can like on the TV. We're at 17 and 8. 17 people are in the room. 8 people are liking. This is fantastic. I just announced this 20 minutes ago because I'll tell you what, we did this. So here's the deal. I don't want to catch up. I don't want to lose things. 2 nights in a row for Stephen Edwards. Is it your birthday? Yes, Stephen. It actually is your birthday. It's your welcome to Mike Schmidt's live stream birthday. It's my birthday, my live streaming birthday, because I've been told over and over to do this kind of thing. And then I went ahead and said, nobody's going to tune into that. And look at this, 17 people have proved me wrong. Granted, only 8 of you motherfuckers liked it, but at least 17 people are here to prove me wrong. Liana says, oh, tell Val congrats on driving.
Yeah.
He's here. See, that's another thing. So like
he's 2 rooms over though.
Yeah, he's 2 rooms over, but still like both my godson and his daughter are here, my niece, essentially.
They live here.
They do. But so going live with them in the house is kind of funky. Like I feel weird because like last night I started yelling about like giraffe boners and all sorts of nonsense like that.
You can say boner.
Can I?
Yeah.
See, you got to get closer here.
No, you keep turning the thing toward you.
Well, because I got to read this thing.
Oh, I see.
Maybe I should here. Maybe if I see, because the thing is, I don't want to go back because I don't know if people are going to be able to hear me, and I got to get really fucking right in there on everybody.
I just think you slowly turned it toward yourself
because I have to read those. I can't read it. Dan Tremenda owns his own shoes. Owns his own shoes. Fantastic. So we're here because again, we did this last night. Oh, now we have 20 people in the room, which is fantastic. First time.
That's a lot of people.
Dylan Sumter's back. First time, long time. He was here last night from Vegas. Let's see. It's David from Sydney, Australia. Holy Jesus.
Wow.
David, well, thank you, man. Thank you for showing up. That's fantastic. Alan says he can't figure out how to like it on his shitty iPhone app. See, maybe we don't cut down on Steve Jobs because all of a sudden something happens in my laptop here because this is a Mac product and then it gets extinguished, not extinguished, or distinguished. Perhaps it gets distinguished. Here, let me slide this over here. Alan, Steve Jobs is dead. Yeah, you think so, right? But maybe he's floating around in these packages. Maybe you ever see Shocker, buddy? Where the fucking dude, that bald dude, got sucked into the goddamn machine, and then or Tron. Maybe Steve Jobs got fucking Troned. That's the thing. I saw those biopics. They never said anything about it, but I'm going to advance the theory right now that Steve Jobs got Troned, and he's somewhere in your laptop and that phone right now, making sure that you can't like anything because you're talking disparaging remarks against him right here in the chat. So we wanted to give you a preview of stuff because we did the interlude, which was what I was here to do, obviously, this week, and Tron 3 haunted by Jobs, says Henshaw, and I think it's a good plan. We're down to 19. Somebody bailed. They said this isn't good enough for us. We had 20, and that person went, you know what? I'm out. Was that you? You took off?
I got stuff to do.
Max took off. He bailed. I can't blame him. But now we're at 19 and 13 likes, which is strange. You want to come up? No, here, I'll do that. That's fine. There she is down there. That's her. That's David's wife. Is she on the screen? I don't even know if we can see her.
Yeah, she is.
All right, good.
It might have been me who dropped off because I don't really know how to
Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Amateur Night at YouTube as I'm holding the laptop up.
Never going to get girls this way.
Did that totally make you sick when I spun the laptop around? I don't know if it did or anything. Scott Palmer in the house.
See, I just told him how to do it.
Let me ask you, Scott, is it hard to watch from the treadmill since that's where you live? You have a tent on a treadmill and you just sleep and running in place? Liana says, nice house. Well, let's do this. Let's show you that this is Mexy Place or Mexy Park. We showed it last night. There's a bunch of guitars over here.
Yeah, good job.
And then am I doing it good?
Yeah, you're doing a real good job.
All right, and there's the computer. I cannot at all. And then over there, there's Jack Sparrow. There's the Wakizashi that I bought him in Japan. And then there's all these things. Who's over there? There's the Beatles and Shane and and then of course, yeah, this is the big one right here. There's Anne Margaret upside down. And you're like, why is she upside down? No, it's because when you lay down in the bed, she's right side up, and that works out perfectly. Wayne Pishu has shown up. Wayne Pishu just did like a crazy run. He asked me if I wanted to be involved in it, and I got to be honest with you, I just did a crazy run of my own, and I got no interest in your crazy run, Wayne. I hope you survived it. Obviously, you did since you're typing to me. Is that a Bob's Big Boy bank on the shelf, Seth? It is not a bank.
It might be a bank, but the plastic was never poked through, so it's intact.
Can you guys hear David? Because I guess last night, we were doing all this and David was talking, interacting with me. And then afterwards, David's like, you can't hear a fucking word I said at all in the entire show. And, I don't want that to be a thing. Barely. They can barely hear you. Which is why, well, if you pull up here, you can get close and then people could actually hear you.
But you're literally, I can't get any closer. I'll be sitting on your lap.
Now we're talking. Now, this whole thing was a long con. Yeah, I just wanted to get this dude on my lap. All right, let's see him get close. There you go. Get closer. Let's see. Louis Vicuna says he can hear you. Liana says barely. Stephen Edwards says any chance in hell David will ever live stream the show paintings. It's funny you would mention that.
Do you want to see the artwork for tomorrow's show?
You want to see tomorrow's show artwork early? You want to get that out of the way? And then the money starts flowing, says KC Bills. Oh, we cannot wait, right? Alan Conan says, hide your son.
50 cents.
All right, 50 cents to see. Mex is putting it on the block. Louis says, hell yeah. I can hear him. Also, the run is only 0.62 miles. They had donuts. Wayne Pishu's run had donuts. I got to be honest with you, Wayne. Your mile, my race, mine and Colette's race was literally 4 miles longer than that. I mean, and I thought we were going to die. You'll hear all about it on tomorrow's show, which is in the can. But again, if you want to see the artwork, I'm happy to show it to you. You want to see the preview? There it is. That's the artwork for tomorrow's podcast. And then this is an in progress.
That's in progress.
Yeah, it's an in progress.
That's for the
painting for the Joker page. So there's that. Oh, we're up to 20 again. 20 people. Nice, says Wayne Pishu.
He knows.
He does indeed, as a matter of fact. So we got 20 people. We got 14 likes. Been doing this for 10. I'm glad the show will be 3 hours. And yeah, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes actually. Sadly, because we just and it's a pretty even split. Like I think there's like an hour and 15 minutes of nonsense, and then an hour and 15 minutes of race, and then it ends with more nonsense, of course. Let's see. Seriously looking forward to the interlude. Mex is very talented. Alan, there is no doubt that Mex is absolutely very talented. We know that. I know that. He is it's funny. I will tell you, it's daunting when I come here to work with him on stuff like that, because I can do this. You know, this is what I do. I vomit out words and I vomit them out at a high speed, and whatever the fuck comes out of my head comes flying at you. But with him, it's more about, he'll hand me a bunch of lyric sheets. He's like, all right, you got to do this, and I have to adapt. I have to do a character, so it's kind of like I have to perform an act, but also I have to sort of sing. I keep looking over here, but I'm looking over here as well. I hope I'm looking at you guys. Let's see. Awesome Art David said Matt Henshaw. KC Bill said sweet. Liana said, yeah, I like the good old days. Yeah, those 3 hour shows from the old days. Jesus Christ. I had a 4 hour one too once, if I remember correctly. I don't know when exactly that one was.
Wasn't that the one where you talked about the guy that destroyed the bar with his magic act?
Oh, I
know there was one benchmark.
No.
That might have been the first 3 hour show.
You know, it's funny. No, maybe, but I know exactly when the 4 hour show was. It was when I came back from Toronto, because I have memes that people made, and it's like, says I got nothing for you, does 4 hour podcast. And also then someone took a picture of the guy from Comedy Bar and said, doesn't believe a comic can do 3 hours, then has to listen to 4 hour podcast about that 3 hours, which made me laugh. I forget who those people were who did those, but it made me laugh. Let's see. Awesome work as always, says Stephen Edwards about your artwork. Here's my favorite part is Alan Conan said Mex is very talented. Remember that? Yeah. And then he just throw it. Oh, and so is Mike.
Because he doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Which is very nice of you, Ellen, and thank you. And it's fine. Believe me, I know what talent is, and I know what a gift is. He's talented. I have a gift.
You were in the gifted program.
Sir, that's exactly true. I was. Yeah. I am, friend. I never got out of it.
After you don't graduate, they kick you out of that program, don't they?
I like to consider the fact that I'm still in it. Like, I didn't graduate, so technically
you're still in the gift. You're in the honors program.
I'm still in high school, honestly, if you really want to think about it, because I never got the paper that said, "Hey, you're in," or "You won." You won? Did you get a thing that said you won when you graduated?
I won. I did win high school.
All right, good for you. Let's see. Awesome art. Rob Humphrey says, "What's up, Jokers?" Rob Humphrey was in Cincinnati. He was at the show.
That guy.
Which one?
Tony Morrison.
Yeah, Tony Morrison has just shown up. Tony, where are you at now? Tony saw me in Texas, but I think we got to hold on. We just got dinged by somebody. Somebody's trying to go through Mex's phone. Look, you got to go through the proper channels. You got to go to YouTube for the streaming.
Can my wife clean the kitchen right now?
Yeah, I don't care. You guys don't mind to be here, a dishwasher rumbling, do you? We got to get everything taken care of.
Yeah, go ahead. Over.
You rock. Alan says, he says, I rock, man, or you rock, man? One of us rocks, man. Seth wonders what you are drinking. What are you drinking?
Feisty cherry Diet Coke.
It's called Feisty Cherry Diet Coke. It's in like a vibrator can, like a dildo can. It's a real straight up skinny can. So like
I don't know if that's a dildo can, but it's a thin can.
It depends on who you are. But I mean, no, that's too big. I apologize. It's too big to be a dildo can, depending on who you are. I mean, how much ass play you like as a person. Let's see. All right. So
you can clean the kitchen.
Tony Morrison says, hello all. And then Dan says, can I talk Mex into playing something live?
Like what?
What do you want? What do you want to hear? The theme song? Or you want to hear just like a regular fucking cool ass song? Let's see. Dylan Sumter says, those 3 hour shows got me through the graveyardville of night stalking. Dylan.
A butt plug? Am I reading ahead?
Yeah, you're way ahead. Yeah, I'm still up here because I said that was a dildo can.
Oh,
that's the whole thing. You got to keep it. You got to be juggling in with everybody.
Anymore.
Let's see. Alan Conan wants you to play American Idiot by Green Day.
Nice. That's new music.
Again, as I've mentioned, he only likes people that are dead. So you got to think in those terms. Like you want to hear an Elvis, Buddy Holly, a David Bowie, something like that, something in that area. Carmelita by Warren Zevon says Seth Brazil. All right, Seth. Now you're just being a cunt, quite frankly. You're gonna go ahead and pull some random ass Warren Zevon song out. Let's see. Alan says, haha. Toni Morrison loves 3-hour shows, 4-hour shows. Yeah, good for you. It's funny because I talked about this last night. I did 2.5 hours on stage in Cincinnati without a microphone. Okay.
You have 2 turntables though?
No, I had none of those things. But then I came here and we did a 3-hour and 15-minute podcast. Then we did the interlude. And then today I'm like, well, I should go do streaming again. And my throat is just like, yeah, no, you're not doing that. But I'm making myself do it. We're powering through because all of you people are here. Tony lives in Kentucky now, where meth prevails over everything. I was just in Kentucky, Tony, as a matter of fact. Did they call you Kentucky Tony? That's got a nice ride. It's got a nice ride to it there. Whoa, it might have been. Turn on your hot light, Kentucky Tony.
Kentucky Tony.
So America, you Vascular and Yoked. Leanna wants you to play Vascular and Yoked.
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember anything. But please, by all means, keep throwing stuff out. Dan says a cool ass song works. Let's see. Seth laughed, of course, because he knows that Carmelita is never going to get played. Blake Cotton is arrived. Blake, how you doing? Blake has arrived. We're at 28 people, by the way.
Actually, I do know.
Okay, but I will say this: Blake Cotton has requested American Trilogy. Someone else said, "Fuck yeah, Leanna, Vascular and Yoked," or "I'm a Native American." She would want to hear that.
You got to do the sing part.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the words anymore.
Neither do I.
Well, then just play the guitar. You like the guitar part? Because that's what you're gonna get. What did I say? Arms, arms, arms. I think I said that at one point. If you give me the lyrics, I'll actually sing it along. If you got them, you want to print them out.
Write stuff down. It's all in my head.
I know the feeling.
Yeah,
all right, so he's gonna go get one of his other 8,000 guitars, maybe. Well, all right, you might play another song though. Power Through Yurt Dirt Dirt. Was that a song, Matt? I don't know if that was a song, Matthew. Tony Morrison says no. Yeah, I was in Kentucky, dude. I did a show in Cincinnati, but I forget. You don't listen anymore, Tony, and that's totally fine. Louis Vicuna, nice ring. Says you got a nice ring there, buddy.
My Aztec ring.
It's an Aztec ring. Because you got part Aztec in them. We are at 28 people in the chat room. We are at 17 people with the thumbs up. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate it very much. Canadian Random Person number 1 says, we need private stories that can't be shared publicly at Ken's campfire. Tanya. Well, Tanya, you first. You tell us some filthy story that you don't want said at the campfire, and then type it all out, and I'll read it. That might work. Hey, Blake says, hey, buddy. Tony says, Native American. He wants to hear that now. KC Bill says, indefinitely childlike. Oh, the Phils win? Ruben showed up.
He's back.
Did the Phillies win? No, because Ruben said
he wasn't going to come.
Ruben Jesse Cohen said he was not going to show up unless the Phillies won, and so now the Phillies game was over. So hopefully, hold on.
You got $2.
Dylan Sumter gives us fucking $2.
That's a light blue.
Yeah, $2 is that's again, as we mentioned last night, it's more of a robin's egg. So Dylan Sumter, thank you. You're very nice to do something like that. That's super cool. It's too dark. All right, I don't. Well, then tell me what would you say?
Light blue. Is
light blue a color? Doesn't it have to be a shade of some sort.
It's not aqua.
They fucking lost, Ruben. God, how do you lose to the fuck Mets? God, it's infuriating. So infuriating. But they're playing out of get it rolling, guys. Oh, I don't know what he's saying. Stephen Edwards says, cyan, cover your ass now. Oh, walk off 3-run bomb in the 10th.
Yes.
What does cyan mean?
That blue is a cyan.
Oh, all right, Stephen. There you go. It's a cyan, buddy. Good for you. Nicely done.
When you change your printer ink,
yeah.
One of the colors is cyan.
Is it really?
And it's usually that color.
Okay.
You got your cyan, you got your magenta.
All right. Good. Terrific.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. All right. Well, Dylan, thank you. That's very nice of you to go ahead and throw $2 our way. That's perfect. Stephen Edwards, also an artist. So he would say
your
it's actually if I shake it, you can hear it. It's in change. Dylan, you have to if you want to, you can go and put quarters in your like CD thing, and it just comes through. It's perfect. Yeah, it's fantastic. Hold on, somebody just wrote something to. I don't see who it is. I don't know what that is.
Somebody said you poop.
Yeah, I don't understand. I wasn't going to say that because I generally read things, and if they're bad, I won't say them on the air.
You don't want to say poop.
Oh, Tony Morrison says check out the big brain on Mex. You a smart motherfucker. Yes, you are. Ruben says, looks more like Aqua to me.
Not enough green.
Sounds like we got a color fight. Which please don't. We have a color.
We have enough color fights here.
Yeah, no, we've got just a straight up color fight, a fight over color. Don't just switch that around in any weird thing. We're at the 20-minute mark. We got 29 people watching, we got 20 likes, and that's fantastic. Thank you so much. It is. So yeah, we've already busted out like a song. Really, but it's more of just a guitar strumming.
That song is only two chords.
It was. So I was in Cincinnati.
It's A7 and D7.
All right.
Everybody wants to play that song.
So we've learned that blue is cyan, and we've learned that A7 and D7 can be in vascular and yoked, which is fantastic. So we did this last night, and it was just a fluke. Like we went out at like 12:20 in the morning because I was just going to try something, and then all of a sudden people started to come in and they started to check it out, and they were like, "Hey, this is awesome and nice," and people were fun, and we had a good time all night long. So I thought to him, because I mean, as long as I'm here and we're in the Mexy Park, I was like, well, let's do something here because it might be interesting. Because when I go home, I'll be doing these, but from my apartment, and nobody wants to look at my fucking apartment at this point.
Your walls look like the same color as mine, though. Do you have a?
No, not yet. No, my walls are still white, but they will be. You know what we're coloring them cyan. So I'm excited to make them cyan. That's gonna be perfect. Liana says, yes, we do. I don't know what you do, but I'm glad. You're saying you want to see me in my apartment. Okay, good. You're very nice. Thank you. Because that was the thing, is I didn't know if this was going to be a thing or not. And our Tony wants to see my apartment. Yes, we do. Live streaming painting the wall. You want to live stream painting the walls? Because that's literally gonna be Pat Francis painting the walls, and then I'll just be kind of going, Pat, I don't want to paint smells. I can't get paint on my shirt. But we're glad that you guys popped in for this weird thing, and I'd never known what they should be. You know what I mean? Like last night when we were talking, it just turned into a mess eventually, because you're just talking and talking and talking. But I wanted to give you guys a preview of like I said, the interlude and the website coming up, because again, I'll be in Seattle in a couple of weeks. So we're just talking about all that stuff. Everything's turning around at the beginning of August. New website, new interlude, new theme songs. Both the beginning and the end. Let's see. Ruben says, Mex is also an artist. I should never get in color fights. Yeah, that's right. Cyan. Just accept that it's cyan. Don't try to change it to aqua or anything like that. Blake Cotton says he's not going to use spray paint, probably. Oh, wait, hold on. Angelo Fiorentino has showed up. All right. That's fine. This party's about to kick into shape when Angelo Fiorentino shows up. We're at 29 people and 21 and the Twitch channel is coming soon. Rob, it's funny you would mention that. At the end of year 10, then we have the interlude week, and then year 11 will launch. The website should launch, and also the Twitch channel, which I'm still learning. And I didn't even tell you guys this. Did anybody listen to last week's podcast? And did you hear me talking about Jaden, the kid who rode in the Uber car, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll help you set up your Twitch channel." And then I didn't hear from him, and then I talked on the show. I mentioned some stuff about possibly blowing Jaden, and it was weird. It was just that's kind of how the show changed. Literally when you're talking and you don't have any boundaries or rules. Hold on, Greg Paulson has shown up.
Hey, I know that name too.
Matt Henshaw says, "Accept the cyan," which I like. Angelo says he's looking forward to the interlude. Rob, of course, Twitch channel. Matt Henshaw is accepting the cyan. Tony Morrison says yes. Louis Vicuna says yeah. Dan Prebenda says, how about playing an interlude preview? You got it on your phone? We'll do that in a second. But Greg Paul says, you guys are the best. I've missed listening to you. I'm in the process of getting caught back up on episodes after updating my iTunes. I've lost all the episodes, but I found them on YouTube. Greg, that's fantastic. All of the archives on YouTube. But I'll tell you what, Greg, if you want them to listen to on your iPod, write me. Just send me a note and I'll Dropbox you whatever files you don't have. If you want years of the podcast, send me, because we were selling those, which is fantastic. But if you want one, I know you've been around since the beginning, so go ahead and write me a note and I'll just send you whatever you missed if you want to put it on. But again, if you're happy getting it on YouTube, that's totally cool too. I got no problem with that. Liana says no. Oh, she wants no spoilers. Liana wants no spoilers. So it's kind of up in the air. Let's see. Alan Conan says, will you be gaming on the Twitch channel? And if so, what platform and games? All right. I'm happy you asked me that.
Would Liana would it be a spoiler to Liana if they heard a little bit of Yeep?
Liana, would it be a spoiler to you if you heard some of with me doing this like I did, or just from this?
From the actual
interlude.
Okay.
Like if we played a snippet of Yeep, I don't know if you know who Yeep is. but sometimes Thorgar and Yeep are on our show. Well, Yeep is involved in the interlude, and would it be a spoiler, Liana, if we went ahead and did that? Let's see. Oh, Frame Dog says, Mike, you and me have to go to Un Bien when you come to Seattle. Fucking best roast pork sandwiches ever. I'm going to go ahead and show that. And I'm going to tell you, I'm in, dude, because I'm there for 4 days. I'm going to see Pearl Jam a couple of days and all these different things. But yeah, definitely. We're going for roast pork sandwiches. I probably have to eat a half of one because, again, Rebirth Day a couple of weeks ago, 10 days, chocolate free. Ladies and gentlemen, take that and run with it. Greg Paulson says, will do, Mike. Stephen Edwards says, donations for spoilers. Oh, all right, Stephen. If you want to throw that out there, I think it's a good plan.
I got about 10 seconds to eat.
Tanya says, some people sing karaoke on Twitch. Seth says 95 is better. I don't know what 95 is better means. Yeep is always great, says Liana. Mike, does doing Yeep's voice kill your throat? It's interesting that you would mention that. It was somebody. All right, real quick. Somebody asked me, Alan, Conant, and then Ruben, about gaming. Really quick before we get into Mike doing Yeep. Yeep. Yeep totally destroys my throat.
Yeep's
actually,
even worse than Yeep.
You know, it's funny. Yeep is Yeep's a cologne, and that is awful. That's worse than Yeep. There is a cologne named Yeep, and I wore it one day, like when I was Karen, and I thought fucking cologne was a good idea. That I thought it would save my marriage. Not before that.
Cologne saved your marriage.
Who knows? But I wore Yeep, and because I liked the smell of it in the store. But then you put it on, and it's on you all fucking day. And it just smells like you dove into a Chuck E. Cheese ball pit filled with cotton candy. I mean, it's so sweet and disgusting. And you're just walking around and you're like, what is that smell? Oh, no, it's me. I smell like a fucking movie theater floor. Yeep is awful, man. Do not ever fucking wear Yeep. Yeep, much better than Yeep. Let's see. There's an attaboy from KC Bills. Thank you. Seth, I don't know what 95 better means because I'm talking a lot, so I'm not trying to, I can't keep up. Ruben says, I would watch Mike play a very difficult game. We can get to that in a second. It could be Youpie. Ruben says it could be Montreal Expos mascot Youpie because that was the big dude with the big head. He was their guy.
Oh, his name is Youpie.
Like there's a San Diego Youpie. Like there was a San Diego Chicken and a Philly Fanatic. There was a Youpie. We're at 31 people in the room. We're at 21 people with the thumbs up. And we're at 26:55. We're almost at a half hour. This has been a half hour of nonsense, folks. Tony says, talking at the speed of your brain is one thing. Trying to keep up with all of us is pretty good, too. Well, it's a lot of plates to fucking spin. It's a lot of balls in the air. There's a lot of things about other things. Take that and run with it. I would watch Mike play. My Youpie. Yoop sounds like another name for camel vomit. Wait, so camel vomit would be the original name, and you literally think
just say camel vomit?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to. That's a disconnect there. Yoop. Is that like a Muslim, like an Arabic word?
Maybe a verb.
Could
camel
be.
Yoop.
I don't know. Alan lost me there. Angelina. You said NHL 94, and then Seth says 95. All right, I'll get to that in a second. So he meant 95 is better. 95 you can create a player because Mike playing an old NHL game would be amazing. Angelo, don't get ahead of yourself. Seth says it would. And then TW2 Gaming Series says you have to reevaluate your choices in life, and your favorite comedian hates you. We should be friends. Can we work on this? I'm sorry, everybody. I don't hate anybody, man. I don't know what we're talking about here. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Who is that?
It's a gentleman named Train Williams who joined us last night in the stream, and it's good to have him aboard. Hi, Train. How you doing, buddy? Let's see. I can imagine a camel making a yoop sound as it vomited. Ruben. I tell you what, a camel made a yoop sound when I fucking sat on it. That's not a doubt. When the camel went to stand up,